Hello, church family. I'm back, and this time I have the camera the right direction. I'm just gonna share a brief testimony about what God's been doing in my life for the past couple weeks, actually. For me, the past month or two since I got back from the school in the fall have been really hard. One of the things is you come off a really strict schedule. You wake up, you know what you're doing, you have everything you know, and then after that, I was kind of up to figure it out myself. And of course I had some responsibilities, I had to plan for staff meetings and plan other things, but I didn't have like, oh, you need to get up at this time in the morning and do this and this. And for me, when that happens, I start to get worse and worse, and then I start to look at myself and be like, oh gosh, I'm terrible in all these ways. And I start to see my flaws and get very overwhelmed by them and not know what to do. And the past month for me, I've been like, okay, I see where the biggest issues are, and I know I need to deal with these like two big areas. But I was trying to figure out a way to start. I was trying to find a way, and I just didn't know what to do. And so last week, my fiance Joy was in town, and while she was here, I kind of figured out some things of my problem because it showed up in bad ways. I realized I was very lonely. I was, kind of depressed, and it showed it up in that I tried to find love from her instead of from God. And really, the result at the end of the week is we talked. She left on a Sunday, and at the end of it, we talked, and she's like, "Well, Nathaniel, what do you think your real problem is?" And I said, and I didn't want to say it, so I said, "We'll come back the next day," I already had it in my head. So the next day, she said, "Well, what is it?" I said, "My real issue is, I need to see and I understand God as a daddy, because for me that's something that, like, if I ever did it, it's been 15, 16 years. It's been forever. I mean, yeah, using that word especially, Father or Lord or God, daddy is really hard." And it was really funny because after I said that, Joy's like, "Well, now I wouldn't be surprised if God brought mentors into your life." And I was like, psh, it's been 2 years since I'm looking for like male mentors. In Latvia, there's a lot of strong women, but there's not so many strong men. And so, like, a few days later, the guy who's known as the father of YWAM Latvia comes. He talks to me. We sit down. We have a good conversation. Afterwards, he tells me and my co-leader. He says, "If you guys ever need anything, feel free to Skype or to call." And I'm just like, "What? This has never happened before." Day after, I just finished being MC for this missions conference called Mission Days in Riga here. I met a couple who are missionaries in a city nearby where I live, and me and the husband are going to try and meet every month to talk about, what's going on and what to do. And really, one of the big things, I've been kind of lonely because a lot of YWAM friends leave after a couple years. It's been 4 years since I've been here, and after 4 years, pretty much everyone has left who I knew when I first came. And these past couple days, I just got to meet new people. I just got to meet make a bunch of new friends, and with people who are long-term here, who've been here for 15, 20, 30 years. And that just gives me a lot of excitement for the future. And especially being at this conference, I think God has really brought this passion back. And I'm excited tonight we have a big dinner with all the YWAM Latvia staff celebrating 25 years. And so I'm excited to go back to work tomorrow and to see what happens. So yeah, just wanted to share with you guys. Thanks for listening. And yeah, I love you guys. And I know you guys love me and you're praying for me. So thank you. See you next month.